Hey guys, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. I am Brian, I'm the horror punk, and this is everything I picked up yesterday. I went out thrifting in a different area. I went to a bunch of thrift stores, and I found things at every single one. So I got CDs in here, and I got a bunch of DVDs and one Blu-ray. So I'm gonna dive in first to the one I found the most at, I guess you could say it was the most. I found 8 CDs and 3 DVDs. The CDs were $1 a piece, and the DVDs were 3 for $5. So they had a lot of metal in there. So first one here is is this a compilation? It might be a compilation from 1993, put out on Sanctuary Records. This is Wasp, First Blood, Last Cuts. I am a fan of Wasp. Actually, looks like it's a odds and ends album because it's got a bunch of remixes on here, and then some other tracks as well. 16 tracks total. You guys probably can't read that. We have Animal, F Like a Beast, LOVE Machine, I Want to Be Somebody, On Your Knees, Blood in Texas remix, Wild Child remix, I Don't Need No Doctor remix, The Real Me, The Headless Children, Mean Man, Forever Free, Chainsaw Charlie, that sounds cool, The Idol, Sunset in Babylon, Hold On to My Heart, and Rock and Roll to Death. If you guys are a fan of Wasp, let me know in the comments below. Yeah, it's pretty good packet here too. Looks like everything on here was written by Blackie Lawless, except for there's 2 songs on here. It looks like they're covers. One is it's either a Pete Townshend cover or a The Who cover, I'm not sure. The Real Me. And then we have I Don't Need No Doctor, which was written by Ashford, Simpson, and Armstead. What is that? Yeah, I don't know. But it says which members are in each song on here, so that's cool. Guys, like I said, if you're a fan of Wasp, let me know in the comments below. The next 2 are the same band. This is the first one I found. This is Incubus Succubus. This is Witches and Vampires. It's a best of compilation, 16 tracks on Cleopatra Records. Yeah, I'm not going to read them. 16 tracks. You can read it. That one you can actually read. And then we have the early recordings, 1990 and 1991. It is called Beltane. And this has 15 tracks on it as well. You guys can read that. Beltane, Witches 1, Pagan Born, Song to Pan, Goblin Jig, that sounds cool. Midnight Queen, Trinity, I Am the One, Vampire Kiss, Witches 2, In Defense, Burning Times, The Leveler, Church of Madness, and Witches Chant. My mom wanted this, so I got it for her. This is one of our favorite bands from Maryland. This is Clutch, Strange Cousins from the West. 11 tracks on here. You guys can read that. Big fan of Clutch for like the last 30 years or so. No, not quite 30. 25. This one's a little dusty. This is Hunters and Collectors, The Way to Go Out. 8 different songs on here. It's 1985 and 1991, I guess, is when they reissued it. Just eight tracks on this one. I've heard of this band before. I think I have another album of theirs, but the disc is like 100% mint. Like there's no scratches whatsoever on this disc. Might even been played, to be honest. So it's always nice to find CDs that are like, there's like they've never been played. Some Southern rock here. We have Blackfoot Strikes. This is the current, one of the current guitarists of Lynyrd Skynyrd is in this band. Ricky Medlock. Yeah, Ricky Medlock was like one of the first drummers of Lynyrd Skynyrd, and then he left to do this, and then he came back in like 95, 96 to help tour with them, and then he became a member again. It's also, the bass player in here has also helped Skynyrd with their first demo, Greg T. Walker. Just, you know, a little useless information that, you know, people, I used to know a lot about music back in the day growing up. And then we have the very best of Ugly Kid Joe, As Ugly as It Gets. Of course, you know, the songs on here that everybody knows is Cats in the Cradle and Everything About You. Goddamn Devil, their cover of NIB, Black Sabbath. And then, yeah, so there's a track listing there, 13 songs. And then the last one here, I had to get it. I've heard this album before, but it's been such a long time. This is Cheech and Chong's greatest hit. 12, it's mostly like, it's maybe like a skit, like the comedy skits. But the reason why they call it hit, obviously it's a marijuana pun, but there's actually one song on here, Earache My Eye. That's the actual like song that's on here. Everything else is just a bunch of skits that Cheech and Chong did together over the years in the 70s. So that's it for the CDs. So let's get into the DVDs and one Blu-ray. So at that location, these are the 3 DVDs I picked up. First one here is from New Concord. It is some sort of action film. It is a Roger Corman produced film from 1993. This is Dragon Fire. Dominic LaBanca as the lead character, and then you get Pamela Runo and Dennis Kiefer, along with a couple other like kickboxing champions from the time. I don't recognize anybody though. So yeah, very 90s right there. We have a Burn on Demand disc here from Sinister Cinema. This is Vampire Hookers. I don't know, I saw the spine, I was like, yep, gotta get it. Don't really know much about it, but there you go. And the last one here, I actually have on Blu-ray. I figured my brother would want this. It's a Troma film. I forget what year it's from, but we have Fortress of America. Every time I see that Troma, I ask him if he wants it, because, you know, we're big Troma fans, even though it's really cheesy. So, yeah. I haven't watched this yet, so I'm sure it's pretty bad. But, you know, anything with Troma on it, I will pick up if I don't have it already. Alright, the second location of that store, that was Blue Ridge, by the way. I have 7 titles here. A couple Burn on Demand discs. We have, who put this out? Real Enterprises. Starring, this is a Tommy Dorsey, Jimmy Dorsey, and Janet Blair film. The Fabulous Dorseys. Looks like it's some sort of like musical or something. From 1947, black and white, 88 minutes. Then we have a couple, you'll see quite a few Warner Archives in here. I found Warner Archives at a couple places. We have Stranger with a Gun with Glenn Ford and Shirley MacLaine. This is from 1958. 86 minutes. It is in color. If you ever see the blue spine with the, you know, you always know it's going to be a Warner Archive burn on demand. This one, I think I saw someone else pick up recently. Maybe not. This is a Ginger Rogers, David Niven film. Bachelor Mother. Not sure. This is 1939, black and white, 82 minutes. Oh, so they got Donald Duck in there. That's cool. Oh, let me go back. Leslie Nielsen's in this, so of course I didn't notice that until now. That's cool. We have a double feature from with starring Bo Derek. That is 10 and Tarzan the Ape Man. It's on the flipper disc. I've heard of 10. I don't think I've ever heard of the Tarzan movie, but I could be wrong. Don't worry, she's wearing a bikini in that picture. I know people love Bo Derek from back in the day. 10 is directed by Blake Edwards, and Tarzan the Ape Man was directed by John Derek. We have a Western comedy here, starring Richard Pryor and Fred Williamson, and that is Adios Amigo, directed by Fred Williamson himself. James Brown's in this as well, so that's interesting. We have this is an action film, action thriller, yeah, with Adam Ant, Sharon Stone, and Brad Davis, Brad Davis, and Cold Steel. Yes, Adam Ant, the musician. Then lastly here I have a snapper, an out-of-print snapper that people are looking for. I've never seen this film, but it's got Dan Aykroyd, Rosie O'Donnell, Dana Delaney, and Paul Mercurio. And that is a film called Exit to Eden. Yeah, I remember this was out of print, so I saw it and I was like, I gotta get it. It's a Gary Marshall film from 1994. This is I guess it's a, what do they call this? Like a sexy thriller of some sort. I don't know. I just know it's out of print. And the disc itself is, it's pretty decent. A little scuff, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm sure it'll play just fine. So glad to have it in the collection. Alright, so I went to a Goodwill, thinking I couldn't really find anything. They had a lot, but it's just a lot of like generic stuff that every store has. But I left with 5 titles, no CDs of this one. Got another Warner Archive. This is a Debbie Reynolds, Tony Randall, Paul Douglas film. We have the Mating Game. 1959 in color, 96 minutes. Some sort of like, it's a comedy. So. Alright, and then we have a film I've never heard of from the 90s. 1996 is when this came out. It does star Jolie Richardson and Jonathan Rhys Meyers, and that is a film called The Tribe. I usually enjoy these films, so that's why I picked it up. It has to do with secrets and you know, this is like probably another movie that people would watch, like a Tarantino film, and they say, oh, I can write my own like him and do it my way. You know, kind of like the stuff from the early and mid 90s. This one I didn't really recognize, but the disc was signed. I don't know, I couldn't tell who signed it. This stars Farrah Fawcett, Courtney Thorne Smith, and Craig Shoemaker. That is The Love Master. And it's an image release. It says to Lisa, I think. And somebody signed it. I couldn't tell who that is. It looks like it says S. Fleming, but I didn't see anybody on the back with that name. It also stars George Wendt, so I thought that was cool too. But yeah, I don't know who that is. What is that? It looks like S. Fleming. You guys let me know what that says. Could have been somebody buying it for somebody else. I don't know. Really strange. And then we got a horror film here I've never heard of from 1990, or no, I'm sorry, 2006. Directed by Ted Smith. And that is Guardian of the Realm. It's like a vampire movie. I didn't recognize any of the cast members either. And then the Blu-ray I thought I had it, but I looked it up in my app and it wasn't there. So maybe I owned it once and I got rid of it. I have no idea. The stars Emma Roberts and Kiernan Shipka. That is the Black Coat's daughter. This is an A24 film. Blu-ray, DVD, digital is in here. I will give it away, but I can't guarantee it works because it's used. There you go. Just let me know in the comments below if it worked for you so no one else wastes their time with it. So that's it, guys. That's everything I picked up yesterday. Pretty good deals out there this time around. Sometimes, you know, it's hit or miss lately, but it is spring, so people are cleaning out their houses, getting rid of what they don't want. So that's a bonus for me. So again, leave your comments down below. What do you think of my little pickup haul today? Did I do pretty well? I think I did. I got some cool Warner Archives. I got a Troma and some odds and ends there. And I got some new music to listen to. So that's something to look forward to. So you guys take care, and I will see you hopefully, probably not till next week though, because, you know, I have nothing going on. I got work. Probably gotta get a new car soon because mine is dying. But I don't want to talk about it right now. So I have a loaner car right now. It's pretty high tech. So you guys take care, and I'll see you next week.